Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Good afternoon, people, patriots, whoever you consider yourself to be. Hold one. I got to make sure I am up and running because they just shut me down and locked me out of my account, yo. So let me make sure I'm up and running before I continue. Okay, and it seems that my account is restricted again. So they're going to do this to me every time it turns around, but I believe I got them out. Let me see. And it seems that my Okay, my audio is working. I hope I got out enough shares. Remember, like, share, subscribe, ring that bell so you can get the instant notifications. And Facebook, you know where you can go and you know what you can do. But in the meantime, in between time, I got my big cuz with me. He's in here. I don't know if he can hear me. Yo,
Yeah,
cuz, you
hey, you
in
cuz.
there, Big Jack? What's
I
good
hear
with you?
I'm just chilling, cuz you know me. I'm just here.
Yo, they zapped me out, bro. They zapped me out. Hold on one second.
But they got a drill out against you or something?
Yeah, bro. When you when when you on the radar, man, they
Yeah.
don't care. So
Ooh,
what they do every time I go live,
yeah. They
they
give you
lock
some
me. They
problems,
lock me out
some type of glitch.
after I try to share the videos. I
Yeah.
mean, after I try to share to groups, they automatically go ahead and lock my account. But y'all keep sharing, liking, and subscribing,
Oh,
and they are going to do it to me. So bear with me. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, but y'all gonna have to bear with your man.
hold on, cuz. So
One
right
second.
now you're saying I can hear you. So pretty much there are still some people that can hear you.
Yeah, there's still some people that can hear me because I was able to get enough of my video out to share. But
Okay.
then they cut me off and locked me out. Travis O'Neal, what's good? We're gonna get the show started. I gotta make sure I'm getting everything together. So y'all just bear with me for a second. Because Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch are not acting right. You already know, go to Rumble, Patriots Lab Uncensored on Rumble, all shows. If you haven't been there, go there, subscribe, because I have to get 1,000 subscribers over there before I can go solo to what I want to do. Mike Joyner, good evening. Jack Forsyth, good evening. All right, so we're going to get into some news. And where do we go first? They got me shook. They always do it. But y'all see what's going on. I've been telling y'all for months, years. Um, it seems to be that the shoe is finally on the other foot. It seems that Kevin McCarthy has finally got up the Casismos to um, start a impeachment inquiry on now President Biden. I'm gonna pull up. Let me see if I can get McCarthy. McCarthy, he says it best himself. I'm gonna let him share the information, the actual and factual, because the Democrats seem to think to this day that there is still no type of evidence out there connecting Joe Biden with Hunter Biden, and they're still not going to get us to believe that Hunter Biden, a crackhead, went all around the world making all these millions and millions and millions of dollars and sending them off to everybody in his family. And they're not going to get us to believe that he did that all on his own. No, not Hunter the crackhead. But go ahead and let McCarthy say it in his own words. And because America is going to decide this at the end, not no mainstream media. We're going to get into that too.
You waited all this time. But yes.
Good morning. Just very quickly, how do you justify this impeachment inquiry without holding a full House vote?
Oh, easily, because Nancy Pelosi changed the rules of the president. But let's walk through why. And let's walk through what an impeachment inquiry is, okay? An impeachment inquiry is simply empowering the House to a greater level to get the documents they need to answer a question. So what it is how do you answer a question? Now, first of all, what is the question? Well, let's walk through what we know today and why it transferred just in the last little bit. We do know that an FBI informant has alleged to the FBI many years ago that the vice president, that there was a bribe and that you wouldn't find the money because of shell companies. We do know now the Biden family created 20 shell companies. We do know now that $20 million went to them. We do know now what President Biden told the American public was not true, that he never talked to his son about his business dealings. We do know now, based upon the testimony by Hunter Biden's business partner, that they were selling a brand, that the vice president would get on phone calls, that Hunter Biden went on 12 trips, international trips, with then vice president. We do know that he went to meetings, and when he went to these dinners, the son got a new Porsche. He got more than $3 million moved and transferred. We do know now that when the shell companies got paid, 9 members of the family got paid. We do know now that the government, while it was investigating Hunter Biden, was treated differently, the Biden family. That they let the statute of limitations run out. And we do know from IRS workers who came forth is that's not how the IRS works. So you have all these questions, and to be able to get the answers to those questions, you're going to have to subpoena certain documents. All that impeachment inquiry does is provide Congress the opportunity that if someone fights for it, we also learned.
But what about this DOJ?
Let me finish the answer.
Okay,
The
let
other
him
thing we
finish.
learned just in the last couple of weeks, that Vice President used a pseudonym for emails, that 5,400 of those are in the archives, that President Obama gets to determine whether the House is able to look at those. We do know from seeing one of the emails that the staffer sends an email to Vice President Biden and to Hunter Biden and referring to his upcoming conversation with the president of Ukraine. At this time, Hunter Biden is on the board of Burisma, a Ukrainian energy company that Hunter Biden was selling the brand to while he was put on, who Hunter Biden acknowledged he had no experience in energy and why he was only put on there because he was Joe Biden's son. We do know President Biden, in his own words, told the American public that he withheld $1 billion of taxpayer money to Ukraine until they fired the prosecutor. And Hunter Biden's business partner then has now informed us in the last weeks that there was a lot of pressure on them to do something about the prosecutor. We have also learned that a Whitehouse staffer to the vice president sent to Hunter Biden's business partner that the vice president has okayed the talking points for Burisma. So all of these are questions. So I ask you as reporters, as gatherers of information, wouldn't you want to know the answers to these
But what
questions?
about this?
Hunter-gatherers, wouldn't you want to know about this information? Do you see how just blatantly one-sided the mainstream media still wants to be? How can these people sleep at night? You know, in my opinion, they're all traitors. They are all traitors. If you are going against your country, you are a traitor. And by wanting, what do you call somebody who you are aiding and abetting a criminal entity or a criminal? You are an accessory to everything that is going on. So possibly can y'all be held liable? Because deep down inside mainstream media, you know what you're doing is wrong and corrupt. Yeah, it's corrupt. If you're covering up corrupt shit, you're corrupt. That's the actual and factual. Now, how much more evidence? And there's plenty. But see,
Who is it?
I love how methodical. I love how methodical that the Republicans are moving. They're moving in such a way to where they're crossing all their T's, they're dotting all their I's. See, because with this impeachment, it's one and done. It's one and done with this impeachment. There's no round two that's going to be coming after this. And yet, it's just a impeachment inquiry. And they are gone to, you see the title? They have gone to DEFCON 5. I'm sure you've heard by now, they've sent out a memo. Yes, the Biden White House has yet again tried to implement some type of totalitarian force. They sent a memo out. I got some people that can explain it better because this shit's crazy. This shit's crazy. Just when you thought you seen it all, but this is when you know they about to lose their damn mind. Let me see. Yeah, they sent out a memo. Let me see if I can get this in here. Okay, I got these. Can I get it? I gotta see how my IT is doing. Let me see. Okay.
To do their bidding, Douglas. Once upon a time, there was an election and there was a laptop. And I'm talking 2020, I'm talking Hunter Biden's laptop. And there was a campaign called the Biden campaign that orchestrated a letter from 51 intel officers. Mike Morrell, former deputy director of the CIA, who was on the Biden campaign, was the impetus for it, because Biden needed a talking point in the presidential debate. Biden campaign advisors like Andrew Bates, Antony Blinken, all helped to coordinate it. A CIA official allegedly solicited signatures. They were instructing the intel community what to do. It sounds like now they're instructing the media.
It's amazing, isn't it? The gall of the Democrats in the last 24 hours. I mean, first of all, of course, the reaction of people like Chuck Schumer, just outraged that anyone would use such a device from the mouth of somebody who's been using precisely such a device throughout his political career against his opponents.
So it sounds like the Biden administration telling the media to do their bidding, Douglas. Once upon a time, there was an election and there was a laptop. And I'm talking 2020.
Okay, that was a run on. I didn't do that one too good. But y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. They're at it again. The White House has sent out a memo basically to all of the news outlets that they should scrutinize everything that the House and the Republicans are saying, because there is no proof. We have literally gotten to the point of, I would say, insanity. I would have to say America has really, and I'll make that a show topic. I'll make that a title. But I have to say that America, we must really be at the point of insanity. They must think that we are so shallow. Really. They must think that we are so shallow that we are going to just defy all of the shit that we've heard because they can't take it back. We already know what the hell this administration has been up to. And now they think they can come out and say, listen, mainstream media, we don't want y'all talking about it. We don't want y'all giving this no gas. We don't want y'all, just say everything they talking about is a lie because nothing directly links anything to me. Well, Speaker of the House McCarthy just laid out all of the actual and factual. I've always told you, people, patriots, whoever you consider yourself to be, there was going to come a day. See, everything that these Democrats have done, they needed to do in order to set precedent. What did Kevin McCarthy just say in that speech, in that little speech right there? What did Nancy Pelosi do? She set precedent. So when we think about everything that they put our guy through, that was all based on lies. I've always told you, everything they accused Trump of doing, they were the ones literally doing. See, but they're going to have a different outcome than Trump. Because everything McCarthy is doing and Comer is doing is based off receipts. They never had no receipts on Trump. They was betting that the court of public opinion would always hate him. That was one of their greatest angles. And then after that, it was, let's keep this race shit going. But then when they seen they couldn't do it that way, it was just one thing after another. See, but the walls have caved in. The horses have circled the corral, and there's no way in hell they can get us Americans to believe that Hunter Biden, because at the end of the day, I give Americans credit. We ain't fucking stupid. There's a greater chance of what kind of analogy can I use? There's a greater chance of me going to the moon than there is Hunter Biden going all around the world on Air Force Two and being caddied around with his dad, making all that money on his own. See, Joe already got caught in the lie. He said we already know. We already know. But you know what Joe wants to do? Joe don't want to run no country. Let me show you what Joe is busy doing as he's going around the country embarrassing the shit out of us. Let me y'all go ahead and take a look at your president. Tell me how you like your president. It's embarrassing.
It is evening, isn't it? This round the world in 5 days is interesting, isn't it? Well, there's that, one of my staff members said, remember the famous song, Good Morning Vietnam? Well, good evening Vietnam. And good morning back in America. But I don't think it's a crisis relating to conflict between China and the United States.
Really?
As a matter of fact, I think it's less likely to cause that kind of conflict. Anyway, I just think that there are other things on leaders' minds, and they respond to what's needed at the time. And look, nobody likes having celebrated international meetings if you don't know what you want at the meeting. If you don't have a game plan. He may have a game plan. He just hasn't shared it with me. But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
Okay. So I have never in my life of niggadism, I have never did he just he said it. He said it. My man's on the national stage. Now, there's just some things that people don't need to know. They don't need to know you're going to use the bathroom. They don't need to know you're going to go have sex. They damn sure don't need to know you getting ready to go to bed. So, now we know the state of y'all president and what he's thinking about when he's out there on the world stage. During the day, he's thinking about ice cream. And after 5 o'clock, he's thinking about the bed. He ain't thinking about them open borders. He ain't thinking about no wars. Why think about it? It's all the shit he created. He can sleep good at night. He ain't thinking about some people in Maui. For some reason.
That's a good point you just made there, cuz that's a very good point. I wasn't gonna harp in because I'm apolitical.
Oh yeah, no, you go, no, you just come on in because I talk. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. They don't.
And all the stuff that's going on around the whole world, all these natural disasters, is a perfect time for people to exhibit their humanity and to not let anything divisive have too much breath or give it any life, because we have to help each other. And I'm apolitical. I tell you, me. I think they're all crooks. That's just me. All of them is crooks, robbers, and all that. So, with that being said, the people that are being suffering all over the world is going through these earthquakes, floods, race, class, whatever it is that is a wall or a bridge separating people. We need it's a perfect time to show that we can overcome that. I gotta add that.
Bruh, throughout this whole thing that's been going on, and we're not even talking about Trump. We talking about seeing a country that is on the verge of its demise. We're talking about watching our country go back in time, and through everything we've achieved, to just dismiss everything and forget everything, and to see Americans genuinely start to grasp the concept that we have a crisis here at home, and in order to handle the crisis and handle the situation, we have to be able to put our differences aside, get back at them another day, and hopefully we'll get back at them with a different perspective and a different light and different look on things. But it's good to see that once Americans really recognize there's a problem. See, because that was the issue. That was the first step. People really understanding and recognizing that we had a problem here at home. Not just here at home, but abroad also as well. But to see them finally consciously say, you know what? If we don't band together as one family here under this flag, under this country, and turn it around, we're gonna lose it, and lose it in a way to where I think a lot of people are starting to see the effects that it can have, whether it be high groceries, um, the economy, just everything skyrocketing, and it's just crazy. But it's an evil world that we're living in, and an evil world that we'll have to overcome. But it's I don't know. Like I said, we're living in a time that who would have ever thought in my lifetime I would be able to sit back and witness this high level. Well, I can speak for millions of people. I'm sure I can. Who would ever thought we would actually be able to live through our Watergate 3.0? Yeah, Watergate 3.0, because Watergate ain't had shit on this. But just to see the level of, I want to put it this way, to see how money and power can change people at the highest level. Because, we always see money and power change people at the low level.
It's the same. It's the same all up and down the chain. Trust and believe. Grimy is grimy. It has no. It has no class struggle or no racial struggle or nothing. Grimy affects everybody. Grimy and slimy is something that has to be overcome individually. So
But bro, one of the things that get me though, one of the things that get me are the people that, if you're not in this realm, cool. But if you're in this realm, you understand
I'm just saying.
that the people that support this grimy shit that's going on. How the mainstream media outlets, um it's hard to, because I don't like to judge human beings, but it's crazy how you can get a whole mainstream outlet to not feed into it, not buy into it, because they know it's blatantly a lie, but how you can get them to support your evil doings. That is something that I won't be
They
able
all
to
vested.
understand.
They all vested in it. It's like it's simple. What they say, follow the money, right? You follow the money, you'll find the culprit. They all vested. Do some money churn. Yeah. It's hard to figure out. Profit. Everybody wants to win. That's
But
what
but 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 it goes deeper than that, because I watch these people on TV, and it really gets serious, because these same individuals on these mainstream media outlets that are saying that everything that's happening is a lie, these are the same people that I see go home to their kids. You know what I'm saying, cuz?
yeah.
What
See,
are they teaching
if I was to
their
analyze
kids?
if I was to analyze it like from a just from a perspective of experience, whatever, it's introspective. Acknowledge that I might be wrong. Maybe I've been taught wrong. You know what I mean? So people that and who wants to work and do some research, right? I'm just gonna listen to what everybody else is doing, what everybody else is saying. Like I'm not gonna work hard, but yo, cut, I gotta go. Boom.
All right, peace out. Be good.
All right,
Love
love you. I'll talk to you later, all right?
All right, no doubt.
All right.
I always appreciate my cousin Zigzag Zag, Mr. Martin Payne. Also, remember, he is author of the great book, Inner City Blue, coming to the bookstores near you real soon. But yeah, it's just crazy. So, there's really no news you can bottle this up in and put this up in. Basically, this right here, what we're dealing with right here is just real life craziness. I mean, there's no other way that I can sum it up. I know there was a time we all sat back and we tried to figure out how could they do this and things of that nature, but it's like going to a movie. You know when you go to a movie and you sit there and you watch the movie and you are 2/3, 3/4 through the movie and you ready to go. Because you and your lady or your whoever, y'all already know how the movie's gonna end. Y'all already know how the movie. He meets her, she meets him, they fall in love, they have kids, happy ever after. Well, this is the same thing. Joe Biden and his crash test dummies are about to make an impact to a wall that they, for some reason, wanted to ignore. Angela Jones, Merlin Johnson, Bruce Davis, Douglas Gale, Philip McNichol, Wendy Lee, Ray Cap, Dixie Rose of Texas, I hope you're feeling better. A. Joe Silk, Hope Foss, Freedom Laurie. Yes, it's a quick one. Just wanted to get on here and it's a madman world. But we got receipts. They don't. And we're gonna see where this goes. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna check my technical situation because I got a lot of things that got shut down and did the best I could with this one, but I got a couple of things not working, so you already know. In the meantime, in between time, this is your man. Deuces. I am out.